both teams start and they coach from the defensive end, right? That's where they start. So you're going to have physicality when teams know we got to be good defensively. And Coach Muss knows when he goes on the road, the only thing that really travels and gets on and off that bus is defense and rebounds.
That's right.
They can't quite trust making shots.
Council they usually can trust at the free throw line is 81%. Arkansas last year got to the free throw line more than any team in college basketball, a huge part of what they do. They'll split the freebies. It's a 1-point game with 1:50 to go.
See what Arkansas does. If they pick up full court, is it just straight man-to-man? They'd love to be active with their hands. You've got to be careful with the basketball.
And they get it into the hands of Hannibal.
Why not KJ Williams? Can you get him on the block? They run a lot of high screen and roll for him, but can they get him to the block?
He's guarded by Mitchell, and then Fountain coughed it up. Leading the break is Blackie lost his footing. Loose basketball, and we've got a foul on LSU. It was on the dive by Justice Williams going for the loose ball. And he took the legs out of Council.
And you've got to be better with the basketball with 2 minutes to go. Black goes down. Well, that's a tough call.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those, it's not intentional, but it doesn't have to be intentional to be a foul. Yeah, that's a tough one.
And I don't want to say a lazy dribble by Derek Fountain, but one that you can't have at this time. You can't.
Right.
You've got to understand what Arkansas is. They're active, and they're coming from all angles. So when you put a lazy bounce down, they're going to get a hand on it.
And that's 3 times LSU has gotten maybe a little too comfortable handling the basketball. Arkansas will make you pay.
Yeah, 2 in a row.
And now Council back to the line. 2 for 4 from the stripe tonight, down by a point.
Yeah, surprising 2 of 4. 81% free throw shooter. The first one's usually the hardest one to make.
1 and 1. And he missed it.
Wow. That's how you lose on the road.
Yes, it is.
When your best free throw shooter doesn't convert.
Arkansas now 5 for 10 from the free throw line.
Where have they had success? Downhill from Hannibal on a high screen.
There's the screen. There's Hannibal on the attack. Wheeling, dealing. Oh, my goodness! Good call, partner. Davis, rise and fire. Got it! 1-point game.
Davis so good. Didn't settle for the 3. That's not his strength. Got it to where he makes an easy jump shot.
Under a minute to play.
Black's got to be better defensively on the ball against Hannibal.
And a great time.
Adam Miller's been very quiet. 2 of 9 from the field. Devontae Davis has absolutely shut him down. Devo Davis has now switched, and he's guarding Hannibal. Davis, the best on-ball defender, one of the best or the best in the SEC.
Hannibal holding it.
And keep an eye on Miller. Shooters free themselves up in tough situations.
Hannibal slicing, dicing.
Wow!
Still a 1-possession game. Wide open 3. Pops out. Black is there. 1-point game.
What a rebound by Black. And a foul.
Shot clock is off. Timeout. Coach McMahon and LSU. Joe Lindsey coming over saying that I had no angles.
And Cam Hayes taking it out. He's the kind of guy that can take it out and get it right back.
Right. It comes into Hannibal. Who else? Hounded by Davis. Here's the double. Into the hands of Hayes. He's doubled. Up front court, Miller. To Fountain. And a block by Mitchell.
Plenty of time.
5 seconds, 3 seconds. Council lost it. LSU has it. And a foul.
What does it tell you? When you go to the basket, you better go hard. I thought Fountain went a little soft. Mitchell made an unbelievable block, and now you push it the other way. 4 yellow jerseys there.
Walsh on the foul, his 4th, 2.4. Got to get it in. Oh, goodness. Miller had his back turned to the inbounds and luckily turned around to corral it.
So Black and Miller have been going at each other.
Have they ever?
Miller gave a little bump. Black goes down. Miller takes off, and the ball was thrown at him. Luckily, he turned around. He was heading the other way.
He was heading the other way. It looked like Arkansas had a gift.
Anthony Black just tried to get the call, right? Get the charge, get the push. But after Miller pushed a little bit, he turned around. He wasn't even looking at the basketball.
It's the 17th foul, so it's a 1-and-1. And now LSU's telling Miller, get away, don't chirp. The last thing you want here is a technical foul.
Adam Miller's an 85% free throw shooter, but these are his first free throws tonight. And again, as a free throw shooter, the first one is the hardest free throw. You shoot the first one, make the second one's easy.
And they're going to take another look. That was the inbounds.
Well, and that could be a flagrant foul. I mean, that's like a tackle. I just can't believe Miller turned around.
It looked, I mean, we have a great vantage point. That's right in front of us. It looked for certain that Miller wasn't going to see that basketball, and Arkansas was going to have a gift-wrapped steal. Joe Lindsey confirming common foul. We move on, a 1-and-1 with 1.8. And the question almost becomes here, Sonny. If you make it the second one, or in this case both of them, then they get to set up a play out of bounds. If you miss it,
if you make the first,
but if you miss the last one, then you've got to rush with no time to set up the play.
It's not a bad idea in 1.8. Most guys just make it, and then you set your defense at half court. You don't care. You don't care if the ball. If you're up 3, you don't care if it goes past the 3-point line. Everybody's outside that line.
Again, it's not like the women's game of the NBA. You can't advance it on a timeout. You get the ball at the baseline with 1.8, unless it's a miss, and then you have really just time for a catch, maybe one dribble and a heave. Adam Miller, out of Illinois, came to LSU. They were hoping for him last year. He had a knee injury, couldn't play. A reputation as an elite shooter. He has struggled this year. Coaching staff believes he's going to get it all together. He looked perfectly good on that free throw.
All nylon. All nylon.
.85% on the year.
I mean, you usually could miss it, but I don't think he will.
You are right. One possession game, 1.8 on the clock. Arkansas does have a timeout.
And again, if you're KJ Whip, don't play back there. Don't play. Everything should be out at the 3-point line.
Walsh, good if it goes. Off the rim. Oh my. What a finish to an outstanding basketball game.
Mike, they got a great look, a better look than you would think you'd get.
Yeah.
And again, the back guys are playing back so far. Just play up. But he got an open look, and we know all the teams that shoot around take half-court shots all morning. He got a good look, turn, left.
There's a lot of purple and gold at the PMAC that were holding their breath on that final shot. What a way to start off conference play, and what a win for Matt McMahon and